Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, Andy here. I coach men and women on living lives of abundance and joy. If they can all do it, you sure as hell can too. Let's talk about nice girls. I got this question on a recent video where I was talking about some of my red flags in dating and some of my green flags in dating. And I mentioned that I really like women that are nice, that are kind, that are affectionate, that are compassionate, non judgmental, all of that. And School Bond Dogs says, how does Andy screen for niceness in messaging? Ziva Main answered, and I really actually like this answer, and said, most girls will be nice while messaging. They will answer your questions. They'll thank you if you compliment them. They'll ask questions back. Those are some pretty nice green flags. Yeah. If you're messaging a girl and you tell her that she's pretty, or you tell her that you like her style, or you think she's cool, and she says thank you, or she says you're handsome too, or I think you're cool too, that's what I look for. Some women won't do that. And you'll give them a compliment and they just kind of won't say anything. Or you'll tell them that they're pretty and they won't tell you that you're handsome, or they won't say thank you, or they'll just kind of like ignore it almost. That to me is just not really what I'm looking for. I want someone that will at least acknowledge that I just gave them a compliment or said something nice to them. And I want someone that will reciprocate that, or at least thank me for it. Same as what Ziva Main said here. Nice girls will ask you questions back. Yeah, if I'm asking her a bunch of questions and I'm carrying most of the conversation, if she's just giving me like a 1 or 2 word answer, that to me is not really what I'm looking for. I screen that out. And I wrote this article on my blog many years ago. Oh my goodness, like 5.5 years ago. And I talked about some of the red flags or the things that I wasn't really interested in, back then. Again, this is 5.5 years ago. So I've changed some of these things, but some of them apply still. And one of them was, this one here, like short answers, low effort response. Here's a really good example. If I'm putting in all this effort and, saying all of this and I'm just getting 1 word answers, like, what's that? I have. Like, that's just not very exciting to me. Here's another example, hi, yes, yes. It's like by that point, I'm just not really that interested. Same as this. If I meet a girl that takes days and days and days to reply to my messages, I might still see her, but I'm definitely less excited. I'm definitely less interested. I like women that reply quickly enough. I like women that aren't too busy to meet me and put some effort in, because I put effort in to meet people. And so I'm looking for people that reciprocate that. So there's a whole bunch of different stuff in here. You can go and read this article. I've done videos on this content or this concept as well. But yeah, generally speaking, I look for women that will say thank you if I give them a compliment. They will answer my questions. They will ask me questions back. They will put some effort into keeping the conversation going. And that doesn't mean that someone who doesn't do that isn't nice. It's just that's one way to find the people that I'm looking for, the nice girls. And Ziva Main goes on to say, when you meet them in real life, they'll most likely be nice too. Believe me, you're going to notice if a girl is rude to you or other people. Yeah, for sure. It's pretty fucking obvious, isn't it? You don't need to actively seek out nice girls. Most girls are nice. I will say I would slightly tweak that a little bit and say I do personally put effort into screening for nice girls, which is basically what the original question was. I think most girls are reasonably nice, but you might be looking for something a little bit more than that. Like, I'm looking for girls that are nice and put effort in and are very affectionate and are very vulnerable and are willing to share with me and be honest. And so I screen for those things. So how do you screen for those things? How do you screen for honesty? By being ridiculously honest and upfront yourself. You tell them exactly what you're looking for. On the dating apps, you make sure you put it in your profile what you're looking for. Here on the screen is my current dating profile, and you can see I make everything ridiculously upfront and honest. I make it very clear what I'm looking for. Nobody is going to guess what Andy wants. He obviously wants BDSM. He's obviously looking for something casual, but, long-term eventually. He's obviously non-monogamous. He dates multiple people at once. I make all of that so abundantly clear, and then I repeat it when I get their phone number and make sure they're very clear. When I hit on a woman in person on the street, same thing. I will tell her in my first couple of messages, here's what I'm looking for. I want this. I want that. Does that suit you? So you being that honest and upfront, You will then find the people that can be that honest and upfront with you. I'm also very vulnerable. I immediately tell a woman as soon as I feel nervous. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling a bit nervous, but I'm excited. I tell them what I'm thinking. I tell them if I had a bad day. I tell them my feelings. I tell them my emotions, and then they share that back with me. Some women aren't able to do that. Like some people are just a bit closed off or they're not good at opening up. I quickly figure that out because I be honest. I go first. I'm vulnerable. And then they basically either shut down or they don't reciprocate. Or if I invite them to be honest or to be vulnerable with me, like I might say, what's something, or is there anything you would like to share? Is there anything you would like to talk about? If they just can't do that when I offer multiple times, then I probably don't go on a second date with that person, or I don't even go on a first date with that person. Again, nothing against them. I'm just screening really hard for honesty, for niceness, for vulnerability, all of that shit. And you can do the same thing. So for a lot of this stuff that you're screening for, like that you guys are screening for, you just go first. Like you do it first, you be nice first, or you give compliments first, or you be vulnerable first, or you be honest first. And you'll find that some people just can't reciprocate that, or they don't want to. You don't have to date that person. You can also, if we're talking about the dating apps, just put it in your profile. Like put it as one of your fucking prompts. Like again, look at my profile. I make it pretty clear that I want people that are like relatively nice. Like look at everything I've written here. Like don't be afraid to say, hey, I'll take care of the rest. I promise. Like I'm obviously being really fucking nice. I'm reassuring. You know, the next one, the hallmark of a good relationship is honesty, communication, and a mutual love of life. My mindset is let's add to each other's lives in whatever ways we can. That's pretty fucking nice. That's pretty honest. That's pretty upfront. Down the bottom in the right-hand corner, I have non-monogamy. I like to date more than one person at a time. Honesty and being upfront are key to me. So I'm literally putting this shit in my profile and saying, I want someone who's honest, or I'm honest and upfront. I'm reassuring people. When I first message them, I give them compliments. When they tell me they're nervous, because I'm obviously into BDSM and that can make a lot of people feel nervous or shy or whatever, I reassure them. I tell them I'll look after them. I tell them we'll go slow. I ask them what they want to do and what they're into and what their boundaries are and what they don't want to do. I'm like ultra nice. I give them tons of compliments and praise. And so they give that back to me. And the ones that can't give that back to me, well, I just don't go on a date with them. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is you do it first, and then you find the people that will reciprocate back. And sometimes you might need to help them do it. Like a lot of people are not as autistically honest as we are here in this community. And so a lot of the time you'll be really upfront and honest, and you can see that they're struggling to be honest back with you. And so you just invite them to be honest. You say, is there anything you'd like to share with me? Or, hey, I know it can be a little nerve-wracking to be honest, but I promise I won't judge you. You can tell me literally anything. I'm never going to think less of you no matter what you say. And then they can start to open up. Like a lot of people are afraid to open up and be vulnerable, and they see it as like a terrifying thing of like, fuck, what if I get rejected? What if I open up and then the person uses it against me? So you might need to help them be nice and honest and upfront. But if someone, even with my help, can't be nice and upfront, then I just gently screen them out and I don't spend time with them. So yeah, guys, that's all the different ways that you can screen for the things that you're looking for, especially niceness and being honest and upfront. It really is just you do it first and then find the people that are willing to do it with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, crush those goals, go be your honest, vulnerable, nice, fucking cool selves, and find the people that are willing to do that with you. If you're inexperienced, maybe you're even a virgin, you've probably been sitting around trying really hard to lose it and give yourself that beautiful, amazing sex life that you've always wanted. It's time to actually do this thing for real. Here's just a little taste of some of what we've helped our inexperienced clients achieve. Theo lost his virginity, had a bunch of sex, and even participated in an orgy. We helped Ravi lose his virginity at age 30 and go on to build the type of amazing sex life he never dreamed was possible. Jeff hadn't had sex in 9 years and ended up having sex within just 5 weeks of coaching. No matter what your experience level, if having more sex and having more wildly abundant, awesome, amazing sexual experiences with your intimate partner is something that's important to you, let us help. That's what we're here for. There's a link in the description below to the coaching. Click that and come and join us. But I promise you, if these clients can do it, you absolutely sure as hell can too.